Cool, boys. I think we're good. Yo, what up? Third time's the charm, I believe. We're starting the new Minecraft world. How many times do I gotta say this? We're starting the hardcore world today. We lost it last stream. We're starting the new one today. Yeah, what is there? I work today at 2, so it's gonna be kind of a shorter stream today, but we're gonna try to enjoy it and do our best. So, you know, hopefully you guys can chill with us. Relax, enjoy the gameplay a little bit. All right, what's the spawn situation looking like? Are we cooked? We might just be cooked. It works. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Let's do this, boys. Let's enjoy a little bit of Minecraft. Okay, so we're on the coast. Ow. Ow. Hello, Mr. Cow. I feel like I should, I don't need the whole tree. It's going to take all my hunger. I'm sorry, boys. This had to happen. You know... Oh, God. Ugh, we're good. I'm sorry, boys. They tried to destroy... They tried to explode my mind. The cows have seismic powers to try to stop me, but don't... Oh, dude, look how majestic that zombie burning is. Wow. I mean, tell me this isn't a movie besides the floating tree and the crafting table. There, are you gonna die before you get... Hello? Yes! Cameraman never dies, boys. You already knew. Alright. Let's try to get another cool angle of a... Let's get another good shot. We're making like a murder doc. But what's up, boys? Hopefully your Thursday's going well. Hopefully you're spending it doing something you want to. Like I said, today's going to be kind of a shorter stream than most. I have work at 2, so we're just going to be trying to play up until then, pretty much. Well, ooh, that would have been the end of the run right now. Actually, should we go down there? I kind of think it would be worthwhile. Because, like, surface iron could be huge. No! Those were already planks. Now I just have 3 useless buttons. Yo, what up? Scrims? My boy Scrims? The Rust Prodigy, bro? What's up, bro? How you been, my boy? How are the goats doing? Okay. We're going down. I can't complain, brother. I cannot complain. I got to see the Minecraft movie, dude, and I didn't get like popcorn or soda thrown on me, dude. Life is good. What can I say, man? I was the one throwing popcorn. It was amazing. Ah! Oh, God. Just school and shit? Hell yeah, man. You got good grades still, man? If you don't, dude, I'm telling your mom no more freaking Rust. Nah. Do you even play Rust anymore? Okay. I really needed this crafting table, actually. Cool. Kinda, yeah. Nice. Solid, man. Have they added anything cool to the game? I think the last time I played was like the medieval update, which was pretty cool. I can't lie. This place is terrible, man. They adding a jungle biome? Oh, no way. That's cool. Can I get a parrot like in Minecraft? I can't see. Can you guys see? I can't see anything. All right, now we go down. Now we see. Get a gun. You can get a gun. Should I make a gun? That's how my last hardcore world, we have a clip of it on this TikTok channel. My last hardcore world died. You already saw the clip, actually. You commented on the TikTok because you're a goat. But, I shot an airstrike on myself like a fucking idiot. Did you see the comments? 3-year-old world, but still using iron tools. Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Alright, I like to take my time playing Minecraft. Ah! Oh my god. That was terrifying. It's turning nighttime. When's the next golf stream? I miss them. Brother, we're starting to get to that time of the season, my man. Faison, if you like golf, bro, get into it while you're young, my man. Like, I know the golf streams kick because I get drunk like a fool. But, like, if you have any interest at all, I would say start sooner than later because it fucking sucks. My GOAT won? Did you watch the Masters? Oh, dude, Rory. Come on, man. You think I didn't see my boy finally clutch up? No, that was goated. I like Bryson, but I don't know, man. I wanted Rory to win. So I'm glad he did. That was sick. I'm trapped down here. This way. I'm a little worried because... Oh, God. Alright, we're just going to stay down here for a little bit. I want, like... iron. Okay. Oh, wait, we have... Oh, shit. Ask and you shout. How did that just happen? Guys, I swear I'm not in creative. Are you streaming on Twitch also? Always, brother. Always. TikTok is just kind to me. They look clips. Oh my God. Okay, ready? So I think I just did it right here, right? Where the hell is the... like... I'm making it do a thing, and it's not doing a thing. Do the thing. There you go. There's the thing. I was going to say. All right. Is it starting to turn daytime yet? I don't really want to mine. I don't yearn for the mines like Steve, bro. All right, this lo-fi shit ain't. We need... I know what Bison yearns for. Yep. There we go. I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan on. I know I'm about to blow. Damn, you're gonna tell me that none of this? Oh, okay. I'll take that. Oh, this is what we're here for, baby. It's funny that even in modded Minecraft, iron is the one thing I want the most. What mods you playing with? This is a mod pack called All the Mods 10. It's just like a absolute shit ton of everything. I am just constantly fucking... I appreciate you, my boy. Always interacting with the shit. You a real one, my man. No, but yeah, it's like literally just a hodgepodge of like everything, I would say. What am I just... What? Forbidden treasure. What? Your finger's gonna get tired eventually, brother. So what is this? Your touch. What? It just... You crush it to put it back into... I don't understand. What is this particle effect? I feel like I'm supposed to find something here. Whatever. Baby. We're just going down, boys. We're oh! Uh-huh. Nice. Cool. Dude, I don't have the storage for all this. My pockets are going to be full really quick. Dude, there's lead ore? Oh my god. I can put it in my G Fuel. There's not enough in it already, you know? It's got me hooked. Oh my god, this is horrendous. What is that? I mean, half of this stuff is like completely useless to me. Like, this just makes... I don't understand. I think it's a building block. I think it's for building blocks, maybe. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Mm-hmm. Damn. I hit the uranium mother load. Holy. My little caveman ass doesn't even know what to do with it yet. I'm gonna just start burning it on a campfire. It glows. I'm gonna put it next to my bed so I can see. I'm sorry, Ed Sheeran. Modded is confusing. I agree, bro. Half of this shit, I have no idea. Like, what the hell is raw lead or antimony? What the hell? Anti-money. True. True, that's me. I'm anti-money. Am I about to die? Show yourself. Show yourself, coward. Play the song 1,000 Blunts. I just heard it in a montage for Rust. Does it fit the Minecraft aesthetic? Boys, does 1,000 Blunts sound like it would fit? If I die, I'm gonna freak. I'm not dead, so I guess I'm fine with this. Okay, Bush. The first days of this world are going swimmingly. I don't got the space for most of this stuff, so we're tossing it. Oh, you stupid. Exactly. Yeah. That's right. All of a sudden, haste 2, bitch. Look how quick that. Look how quick. Check that. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's nuts. Damn near insta break that motherfucker. Boom. It's like having a diamond pick. Is this day 300? It feels like it the way I'm schmoving. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Uh-oh. Don't kill me, please. I think it's daytime. We can leave. We're out of here, boys. I never liked this cave anyway. Get out of my inventory. This is terrifying. Come on. Uh-huh. Stupid. I have no food. I'm gonna have to be like every other cave diver and eat my hand. Hell yeah, buddy. How are you getting cereal at school, you freak? You going into the teacher's lab? Ah! Oh my god! Oh shit! Life flashed before my eyes. I'm so used to having the bunny jumpers. Okay, we gotta get out of this area, man. I'm gone. I'm gone. Pete dirt. I don't want ya. Keep your Pete dirt. Okay, see, exactly. I actually do want to use this instead. I'm not at school. Oh, dude, what the hell? You skipped school today? You hooligan. I'm calling. Oh, I'm actually gonna die. No, I'm not. Literally unkillable. Might be worthwhile just getting in the boat and start paddling. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is a cool area. Oh, I need that. Do I like have movement speed? Oh, I do. Whoa. Oh, this is actually kind of a cool effect. Yoink. I got a cucumber. Huh. Oh my god. Goodbye. Yo, what up, Gowan? What up, my boy? Galoon. What's up, my boy? Let's kill this boy. I'm sorry, Mr. Cow. We're out here exploring. Exploring in my foreign. Oh, whoa, boys. This is what people used to do human sacrifices on back in the day, actually. Wow. Look at all the shit around here. This is like Area 51. Like, what's up that? Is that a dog? Oh! Hey, little pup. Oh, I don't have any... Oh, man. Come here, guys. I don't have much food, but I can help you out. There you go. Oh, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about that at all. I just kind of arrived at the Grand Canyon. Bro, take pictures, my boy. That's sick. Let's go, Gowan. That's awesome, dude. Yep. Alright, I'm out of food, and I gave my last bit of meat to that dog. I don't know about you guys, but oh god, this is the perfect Minecraft music for me. We're just gonna keep exploring, boys. I know the Grand Canyon's badass, dude. I wanted to go to the Grand Canyon, but I don't know. It seems like it would be a expensive trip. But if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 12-hour drive. Like, you definitely could do that in 2 days. What's the song? Check This Out by Key Glock. You don't know Key Glock, bro? All my boys know Key Glock. Come on. Must be living under a rug, man. Rug? Rock? Whatever. No, but why aren't you in school, Faison? Do I have to tell your mom? I mean, she's going to be hearing about this at the parent-teacher conference, but, you know. I can at least give her a heads up. Look at all the fishies. Oh, that's cool, dude. This river... Oh, wait. It doesn't end. It still goes. What is that, man? I think there's a villager up there. I saw some smoke. How far is this river? Wait. I think that's a floating island. I think I should go the other way. Break is tomorrow, so I stayed one day early. Oh, nice. That's badass, brother. What are you gonna do? What is the, what's the man gonna do with his one day off? Door camp your neighbors in Rust. Going to the driving range in a little with my father? Dude, that's sick. Let's go, man. No, that's awesome. I had this whole week off. Let's go, Lucas. You can't beat that, brother. A whole week off? What, for school? Dude, that's noise as hell. I had up until today off for work, and then I go from today till Sunday every day. But it is what it is, boys. We get to stream until 2 today. I'm fine with that. It's a little shorter than usual, but we're used to being short, you know? Meow. What up, Lucas? How you doing, my boy? Boys, this is this is enough to make a grown man cry. Are you looking at the same sunset I'm looking at? Holy, this is what we work for, boys. Wow. Oh! Oh, I'm dead. I'm in a boat! Ah! Oh my god! No way, man. Come on, it's the first goddamn day. Oh my god. We're restarting the world. Wow. We didn't even build anything yet. We had nothing. Alright. Such is life, boys. Make it the next world. This one's the one. Save and restart. It's starting. Man, I can't believe that. It's alright. That world didn't even last 30 minutes. How long did that last? That lasted 45 minutes. I lasted one night. The sun went down one time. I went mining, I came back up and died. Bunch of bullshit, man. What the fuck? Bullshit, man. I'm hungry. Should I go to Starbucks? I flip a coin. I flip a coin. Heads is yes. Tails is no. But it has to be tails twice in a row, obviously. If it's heads, then it actually is just heads. But if it gets tails twice, then it obviously has to be followed by heads. Because... I think the Minecraft world's up. All right, let's see this new world, and then I think I'm going to stop, go get Starbucks, come back, and start again. Faison, you better be streaming Rust today, brother. Oh, no, wait, you're going to the driving range, aren't you? You should stream that, man. Whoa, what? Take videos of your swing so we can all critique it. We'll send it to Tiger Woods. Oh! Okay, what's this new world look like? It's a whole new world. Then I got basketball practice. Dude, hell yeah, man. We got a young LeBron in the making. I spawned next to a meteor. And a dead chicken. I should probably stop running. Oh! Okay. Huh. Well, I'll take that, my boy. I appreciate you. Alright, boys. I mean, this is death, right? It's even got an iron door to, like, tell me, seriously, don't go in there. What is that? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this looks like my kind of jam over here. Yeah, there's an iron golem. Oh, and a village. Oh, whoa. Okay, what is this? Are you dangerous? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Come on. Ah! Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, I'm dead. No! No! Son of a bitch! I can't. Dude! There's no way. How many Minecraft worlds are we gonna lose in one goddamn day? There's no fucking way. I'm going to get my Starbucks. Fuck you, Minecraft. I'll be back. Oh my god, man. Absolute bullshit. I am pissed. Do I just leave stream going? I think I'm just gonna leave stream going, boys. I'm not even gonna cap. I'll be back. I'm pissed. Fuck, man.
Well, it's great.
Joe Rogan Podcast. Check. Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Hey, what's up, Luke?
Good. This has been a long time in the making.
Well, I need to thank you for taking care of my family when they came to see your show.
I hope they had a great time.
They had a fucking fantastic time. But it was also, my daughter was like freaked out because she was going to the show. She didn't know she was going to get to meet you. And her friend didn't know they were going to get to meet you either.
So we were able to keep that a good little secret to them.
Yeah,
so.
it was cool. They had the best time. They came back beaming. So thank you.
Well, Vegas, that was wrapping up Vegas. So that was a fun 2 years of residency there.
Did you do 2 years there?
I did. Yeah, I did 2 years, 26 shows per year. Dude, man, like
Vegas will take a little piece of your soul.
Well,
Just a little tiny piece every day.
The thing about it is, like, all of that get to Vegas and, like, you run to the craps table or blackjack table your whole life getting to Vegas. Dude, I got all that. I get to Vegas, I'm like, man, let's just sit in the room, watch little sports, and I got the gambling out of the system.
Well, that's good. Did you used to gamble a lot?
I've never been a sports gambler. My dad
Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Gentlemen, here we go. Terrence, thank you for coming back. It was a lot of fun having you on the first time. Obviously, a lot of people wanted to talk to you after they heard all these ideas of yours. And then my friend Eric reached out, and he said he would love to do it. Eric, one of my most brilliant friends. Tell everybody your background, like your academic background, so people understand what you...
Sure. So I'm a PhD in mathematics, specifically in mathematical physics. I've had positions in economics, mathematics, and physics departments at places like MIT, Hebrew University of Jerusalem, Harvard, after my doctorate, Oxford, and I'm a podcaster in part.
Very good podcaster.
Boosted.
Are you bringing back the portal?
You have a lot to do with all of these things,
This is
Joe.
one of my favorite episodes of any podcast was your interview with Werner Herzog.
Oh, man.
That was a great episode.
Have you had him in here?
I have not, but I would love to.
Because it seems to me like that's the conversation I want to listen to.
I would like to corner
and Vern.
him because I believe that Grizzly Man was a secret comedy. I really do. There's something about the way he edited Grizzly Man. I'm like, this motherfucker is being funny on purpose. I know he is. I know he's like editing these like short clips, so the guy's so ridiculous that you start laughing.
I didn't see it because
You haven't seen Grizzly Man?
we have different tastes, sir.
How dare you?
By the way,
it's a work of art.
I need to also just say that I was not Terrence. I think I heard him on TMZ. I was not looking for a debate. I wanted to make sure that Terrence had his position steel-manned, so that anything that he didn't know how to do within mathematics that was legit gave a chance to put his best foot forward before he got reviewed. And I didn't ask to come on. You asked to have me on. I'm happy to do it because I'm a friend of the show. But
you reached out about the episode specifically,
sure.
and I felt like if anybody could talk to Terrence and actually understand what they're talking about, it'd be
Yeah, and after I watched the interview with you and Brian Keating, I realized that you weren't trying to eviscerate me or anything like that. You actually wanted to hear a well put together argument concerning these things. So I appreciated you taking the time to come and examine these things, and love to hear your stuff. But I wanted to say thank you to you, Joe, and for putting me on the show initially, and for your audience for how they responded, and the support, and the people that were against it, because it raises the idea of critical thinking, because that's what we're supposed to be doing at this crucial time, is the critical thinking. So I thank all the haters, and I thank all the supporters, and I thank the people that's on the fence, and I'm hoping that today we can move people over to one side or the other.
Well, at least we can better inform people. And Terrence, it's been really cool to meet you, because I had heard about you, and you're an exceptional human being. You really are. You're very, very unusual. For a guy to be that good of an actor, I almost always dismiss them as being a moron. or at least crazy. But in a different kind of crazy. Like you're super friendly, and your recall's insane. But I wanted you to talk to someone who's had a deep education in it, and let's see what he believes about these ideas, and maybe you guys can collaborate, or just let's start from Eric. What out of the podcast that I did with Terrence really stood out with you, or something that you wanted to?
Well, what I thought is I have to be honest. I've been listening. I was not so happy with certain things that happened in the podcast, and then I started hearing the response to it. And I was much more infuriated by the response than anything I heard in the podcast, because I thought that a lot of people just used their position of greater formal education in some of these areas to be jerks and to be really dismissive and pretend that they couldn't understand things that you were saying. And no, I'm not kidding.
I know, I heard
because
it.
I think this thing goes out to millions of people, and whatever. Let me just say something else positive about Terrence. What he just did was very big. He said, "Thank you to the haters." I haven't gotten to that plane of existence
You gotta stay
yet.
offline. I keep telling you. Some people just shouldn't be reading the comments.
It's not the online stuff. It's the academic stuff. The academic stuff is really it's vicious stuff.
Yes.
And it's always with like a pretend smile on the face, so it's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought I would do is I can't critique a man if I haven't built a model of what he's actually saying in my own mind that he agrees with. Like, in other words, if I start coming after Terrence and saying, I think this stuff here is bullshit, and he's like, I didn't say that, that's what you inferred from what I wrote, then I've just basically insulted a person incorrectly. And if I praise something, I don't know whether I built that in my mind or he built it. So the first thing I thought we would do is I would try to recapitulate what I understand of Terrence's sort of grand arc, and see whether or not I can steelman it. And then Terrence can say yes, and then I can evaluate it. But until we do that, I don't know whether I'm actually reacting to the real man.
I think that's really important. And what you said about the viciousness of academics, I think that's just a human thing that exists at the highest levels where people are doing something very difficult, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety involved. Sure. And you attack even your peers because your biggest fear is your peers attacking you. And usually, generally, it happens with people that are getting more recognition than someone who thinks they should be getting more, deserve. Like, someone thinks they should be getting more recognition. They see someone getting recognition, especially for something that perhaps could be controversial, and then they start attacking them viciously. But it's generally people that wish they got more attention. It's part of the thing.
Sure. If you think about it, though, if you think about the number of people in podcasting who sort of have tried to lift each other up, it's pretty good, right? Like,
yes.
Like you, Lex, Sam Harris, all sorts of people have been good to each other. And one of the reasons that is that there's enough money in it. What happened in academics is that it went into a contractive state in which you killed or you died, right? And so basically the ethics of academics plummeted after the early 70s. It was always very competitive. But really what it is it's the Hunger Games. And in acting, for example, if there's money among the elite set, people have trouble with each other. Same thing in tech. Mm-hmm. They kind of fight each other, but they all get rich together, and then they bury hatchets and things like that. You don't see that as much in academics because it's kill or be killed. And so we've had an implosion ethically. And so one of the things that I wanted to do was to try to just begin by steelmanning, because I've been really disappointed in a lot of the critique that Terrence has experienced.
The funny thing is the scientists that attack, most of them was upset that I got into their lane and climbed into their lane talking about science. But here, they're not inside a lab somewhere. They're not in Cambridge or Oxford somewhere. They're on social media. They're on the entertainment world, and I've never sat up and said, "Oh, you're full of this because you have no business doing this." But they got upset that I'm talking about the foundational problems associated with mathematics that's held us back.
But I think if you think
We're
people really
jumping-
care about these ideas, though, what they should do is talk about the ideas. It's the personal attacks that are attached to the ideas by people that want to be taken seriously. It fucks the whole thing up. Because, like, either you're correct or you're incorrect. Tell me what you think is right, and then you tell me what you think is right. Let's work this out. But this personal attack shit, if you're talking about something as complex as the things that you discussed on this podcast, there's no room for bullshit. There's no room for bullshit. You're dealing with such highly complex
Terrence
ideas.
says that, and to his credit, you know, I found that interview you were doing with that woman where you seem to be wearing a wig.
I was doing the movie. I was in the middle of doing Fight Night, and they had a shooting. I had to do the interview in between shots.
It's amazing. It's an amazing interview with the wig on. It's amazing.
Well, I remember that line from High Heels. You put that wig hat on.
But,
your
bro,
head.
you can pull that wig off. You can just start speaking at Oxford with that wig on. Fuck it.
but anyway, so Terrence was there, wigged out, and he was saying this thing.
Wigged out, literally.
Literally wigged out. And he was saying this thing. He said, look, all I care about is the truth. And that freed me up to come on, right? Because the spectrum of Terrence, from the best to the worst, is a broad spectrum. And he seriously wants to improve what he's doing. He cares about it. And if I can play a part in that, I think
I want to offer to you. I want to be able to show you the things that I tried to show Neil deGrasse Tyson that he would not even really take a look at and to see.
But
if
no, he
it's
did take a
valid.
look at it, right? He responded in a long video recently.
Yeah, but his response was disingenuous.
Guys, may I make a recommendation? Let's start with the ideas because I think we all care about those.
Yes, for sure. But hold, please, because this is an important
Yeah,
thing that just came
he
out.
was so disingenuous because I sent him a long email after he sent me back the red line thing, thanking him for reviewing it and saying, look forward to when we can discuss these things, because I sent the treatise to him so we could discuss that on the show. His whole point was, I'm going to bring you on my show and we're going to talk. So
Right.
here's the stuff that we're going to talk about that I would like to talk about. He never followed up from that point forward, just sent one-line emails. Any other thing you got to go to somebody else. So he's pretended like, oh, I was trying to be, very helpful, but that's not what the email trails show.
So he did make this one very large response, though, right? He did. He did go over the treatise, like all the
very
red line stuff.
thoroughly.
He only has so much time. He might be in a position to defend him, that he might be in a position where he's like, look, I just said what I said about all this stuff. Good luck. I don't have the time to sit here and discuss these things in depth.
And
Maybe
that's
possible.
great.
Maybe
That's great, but it's like you invited me to come and do your show. I put this stuff together to come and talk to you on your show, and then there's no follow-up with the show.
got it.
So where's the beer?
I understand it. I mean, I understand your perspective for sure.
It's
but
like, come on, man. If
yeah,
you're
he
gonna
might have
do
got
it,
to
do
a
it.
point where it's like a thing where he thinks it's ridiculous and he doesn't want to engage it on
And
his show.
ridiculous. Amen. And I
Yeah.
believe that, but if you got 97, 98 patents and 4 supersymmetrical systems that you're claiming you have, and all you need is someone to
I'm gonna have
review
to jump
them,
in. I don't want to do it this
that'd
way.
be great.
Listen, we're just having a
this isn't
conversation.
This isn't
No,
about
but
Tyson.
What's the
this
problem?
it's a colleague of mine.
Yeah, this isn't about
And
Tyson, and I love
the-
him. I love him. I grew up watching him, and I appreciated
But
him.
what is the problem? We're defending him. I certainly am.
Because Neil's a complicated guy, and part of what's going on is that there's a problem in general, which we scientists do not behave honestly with respect to certain things. We'll make these claims about science is about communication and challenging ideas and all these things, and everybody can be a scientist, and all these sorts of things that we say. Science is interesting, science is fun. Well, very often it's not interesting, very often it's not fun. Very often you can't really say that everybody can do science because it's super demanding. We don't welcome people, you're a mathematician too. We'll say that to kids, and then the kid will say something, and then we'll say, be quiet.
Yeah.
And so this is not peculiar to Neil. It's like science in general has portrayed itself as a place where everyone's welcome. We debate out the ideas. We have the scientific method to tell us what's true and what isn't. And that's disingenuous. It's not really how the game works. And this is going to involve peer review. It's going to involve people who are dual in terms of both doing research and being public figures. People who are public figures who we think of as researchers who aren't really doing much research. People who are, pushing crazy agendas in public without a recognition that their colleagues don't think much of what they're doing. I mean, this is a very complicated story that Terence has walked into. And I have to think about my colleagues, and I have to think about how they hear things, what they will say. And so I am in part speaking to your audience, but I'm also partially speaking to 1,000 people who are seeing this at a different level.
But just for the record, like
Sure.
I said, I grew up watching Neil and having someone that was light-skinned, that looked like me, up there making these grand steps towards helping people to understand. I admire him, and I still would like the opportunity to sit down and show him these things and have that beer, because I think that he will be pleased once he sees the supersymmetry associated with it and understand where all of the passion came from. And I hope that other scientists will take a look at it, but that's the whole point of us doing this.
I don't know how serious he is about that beer.
No.
Right, because I saw him say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, that was a very complicated thing that he did. And it had many layers as to whether or not you took it on the surface, you took the hidden meaning, and you took the meaning below that. And so plunging right into that from the beginning, in my opinion, is not served very well by having the three of us here. Because the first thing is, what is the nature of Terence's ideas? I don't think Neil actually understood some of your ideas, to be entirely honest.
No, and what he forgot is when I say 1 × 1 = 2, that's a metaphor for challenging the status quo. Despite the fact that the square root of 2 has all of its issues when you cube it or you multiply it by 2, which creates a contradiction, despite the fact that the square root of 2 has a problem with the prime numbers, the fact that they call number 2 a prime number, when it's clearly a composite number. Any other prime number, and I'll jump into this, any prime number that you subtract from another prime number, you always get a composite number, except with the situation of the number 2. And there's so many people and that's why the prime numbers are unpredictable, because of that problem associated. So there's been a problem with 2 for so long.
2 is different. I mean, you will find that mathematicians will often talk about proving something for characteristic not equal to 2. So they'll single out 2 as being just very, very different. So look that up when we're done.
Yeah, but why? But why would they do
because
that?
in part of what you're saying, the prime 2, it does belong as a prime, but it is also special. And in other words, I have the opportunity to straw man you if I want to, because what you just said sounded crazy. And I also have the possibility to steel man you. So all the algebraic topologists who just heard, for characteristic not equals to 2, they're like saying, yeah, that's fair. And so in part, by just jumping into the middle of this, we don't have the benefit of putting your best foot forward, because, if you say 1 × 1 = 2, everybody knows that that's crazy. But what you actually may mean, and what the fact that you don't use certain terms, or the fact that you use certain pronunciations that communicate to me something very positive, which is that you taught yourself. You learned this stuff from reading about it, because nobody taught you, or you wouldn't pronounce certain words the way you pronounce them.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, in part, you always have the ability to make fun of somebody who pronounces a word the way it's read on the page. And then you also have the opportunity to say, holy cow, that guy actually taught himself. That's more impressive. And
Right.
so in part, what I want to do is I want to start by giving you your best foot forward and see if I even understood what you said when you went into this whole flower of life riff that becomes your larger theory. And the only way I know how to do this is to see whether or not I actually grasped it.
Let's
Because,
go.
I also had to spend some time. I didn't spend a ton of time, but, my time is valuable, your time is valuable. So let's do this thing.
Yeah, so I'll follow your lead.
All right.
What's going on with the number 2?
The
sitting over here going,
CIA is in charge of the
What's
number
up with 2?
2 is different. because of what he said. You know,
Right.
the fact that the even odd distinction.
Isn't that odd though? That
But
2 is different.
The
What a
problem,
strange thing.
The problem that's associated with the number 2 is because of the identity principle, which I call the Jim Crow laws of mathematics. That A times 1 equals. I know you don't want
It's
to go
okay.
into it yet.
No,
but that,
let's get
just
into
as
it.
a base, just
You-
as a base.
You're going right into his neighborhood.
Just as a
You're in the
base and no need to-
mathematical hood right now.
trying to keep the
'Cause you
black man
have-
down.
No, you have Marie von Franz, who argued about the problems associated with the identity principle. You got Kurt Gödel, who talked about it. You got Wells. All of them said it made everything incommensurable, just because they gave that identity principle to the number 1, and that has been the stumbling block for mathematicians because it's what's held everybody behind because they keep trying to make that work. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong if we do it that way. I
If-
mean, in other
okay.
words, I can take. We
What
can
is,
do one of two
what
things.
is anything that he's saying correct?
Terrence has several influences, which again I don't think it's clear to me. I have to ask him questions to find out whether I'm even right. Look, one of the problems is I may be wrong about my model of Terrence. This is the first time I'm meeting him. I didn't know who he was before the podcast, and I need to know whether or not I'm even building the right model of Terrence, because otherwise it's just silly to have me here and I'm going to critique what I built in my own mind from Terrence's words.
Right.
What I was hoping is that you would be able to explain your geometric unity model.
That's a different day.
Uh,
This is about you.
Okay, then all right, then.
But you
we
guys could
follow how you
definitely
like.
get it. That could be a whole nother podcast. But what about what he was saying is incorrect just now?
He's saying things that are often at a level that are allegorical, and you could make them. So Terrence sometimes mentions something called category theory, right? And there's a weird way in which category theory can take something that seems to be an analogy and make it precise and powerful, right? So you can have two systems that don't look the same, and you spot an analogy between them, and then you say, holy cow, there's an exact mapping of one system onto another, in which it was unexpected that those are the same structure. So for example, we're going to get into something about multiplication where Terrence has an issue with multiplication. But to the best of my knowledge, you don't have an issue with addition.
I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with multiplication either.
Well, then one times one is what?
1 times 1 should equal 2. And action
Yeah.
times an action. If you can show me one place in the universe.
But you just shifted
no,
frames.
no. Show me one place in the universe, one natural observable phenomenon where 1 times 1 equals 1, where an action times an action doesn't have a reaction.
So then you just went into some. There's a concept called logomachy, which is arguing over words. And what you want is not to be caught. If I can beat you in a word game, or you can beat me in a word,
You can beat me in a word game. I didn't
you
go
can
to
beat
MIT
me in a word game.
or
By the way, I heard you with B.B. King, where he was having trouble improvising on the spot, and your mind just rescued him with a partial rhyme. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that because he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he invited me to do a
That
show.
was
I
a
got
big
to
deal.
play with him. I was scared to play guitar though with him. I should have put out the guitar, but I was scared. I was scared to get on the stage.
He
and
was
play
happy
with
to
him.
have you.
BB
I-
King,
Yeah, but I
man.
sang with him. But I,
Yeah, it's BB
Thank you
King.
for
Yeah.
appreciating that.
So let's get to this flower of life, because that's sort of the beginning of
Love
this exploration. Also,
But
sort
can
of,
you correct what he said about one time? What about an action and a reaction? Like,
so I was
what
trying
is-
to get to some. Do you have a problem with the way we do addition? I understand.
The
that-
addition, the subtraction, and division is all right. Beyond the only problems I have is dividing by. You can't divide by 0, but you can multiply by 0. And if division is the inverse operation of multiplication, then you should be able to divide by it. But if you divide by 0, you end up with an infinity. And there was a great system put together by Marco Rodin, the vortexual based math system, where they remove the 0, but it's able to predict all the things necessary. It was 100% precise as a model, but it's been abandoned or it's been relegated to the outskirts.
Don't know that we do things where sometimes we can divide by 0. We have concepts like the pointed infinity, where you can complete a structure that the original structure can't accommodate a problem, an operation, but you can complete it to a larger system in which that thing does become sensible. So, as an example of the 1 times 1, assume that Terence doesn't have a big problem with addition, because addition doesn't have the division by 0 problem. Okay. It is the case that if you take any 2 numbers, A and B, 2 real numbers, right, or make them positive, and take the natural logs of those 2 numbers and add those together, then you take the exponent of that. So we haven't done a times operation at all.
Right.
Right? The exponential of the ln of a plus ln of b. That is equal to the a to a times b. In other words, addition and multiplication are what we would say is isomorphic, or an ordinary person would say exactly the same thing. So in other words, if you don't allow me multiplication, but you would allow me, because you like waves, so with waves you need exponentials and you need natural logarithms, there's no way of changing the law of multiplication and accepting the law of addition, because they're the same system.
The multiplication should initially started as exaggerated addition. That was the whole point of it.
Well, the precise statement would be that the positive real numbers under multiplication, with the identity element being the multiplicative identity being 1, are isomorphic to the total real numbers under addition, with the additive identity being 0. And the natural logarithm and exponential are group homomorphisms that connect the two, with one being the other's inverse. So by the principle of explosion, the reason that people are in part going to freak out about your stuff is that we have a vulnerability. And that vulnerability says that from a single contradiction, if you can sneak one contradiction through TSA, the entire airport collapses. Everything that we do just is destroyed. And so the idea is that the security on mathematics and physics and the physical sciences is extraordinary for outside ideas, because the first contradiction in the unity of knowledge destroys all of it. If you've ever seen one of these warehouse racking collapses,
Yes.
where some forklift guy hits some strut and the entire warehouse goes, that's what you're dealing with the principle of explosion.
And that's the problems with the identity principle that they've been trying to work on for years. For years, Norman J. Wildberger talks about it. It is because you have to cancel conservation of energy, and you have to cancel the action and reactionary laws in order for 1 times 1. Now, I understand you're seeing 1 time, but because of the associative law that says if A and B are both positive integers, then A is to be added to itself. In multiplication, A is to be added to itself as many units as is indicated by B.
Well, hang on there. If I change the word itself to the word 0, which you're going to say there is no 0.
Why do I say there's no 0?
Because you have, this is why I keep trying to get back to what I understand
No,
of Terence's underlying metaphysics.
No, what
and
I'm
you can't
saying
do this for
that
me.
to say 0 is supposed to represent no thing.
Right.
Nothing whatsoever, but they have 0 as a number, set up as a number. But to say no thing, your brain creates a chemical structure even in saying nothing. So there is what I'm
There's
saying
a difference
philosophically.
There's a difference between the empty set
An
and
empty
fuck
set,
0,
that's the
man.
difference.
right? So if I say to you, Terence, what is the
What is this? Why the fuck was Joe Rogan podcast playing? What? What the fuck? Yeah, this VOD's getting burned, boys. I'm gonna eat. Obviously, my Spotify fucking did whatever it wanted to do. I'm gonna go eat.